Guys and dolls, so this is the live from last night. I don't know what's happened to it. It's only on my history, so I don't know how many people's get to see it. And it's very strange. There was a drone up last night. There was a big drone up, bigger than normal, because we could tell how far the lights were apart. And I don't know if that was affecting the live or not, or something from the building, but I just want to say a few things. The video, basically, like the video, as you see in the video, we're just wanting to ask questions. There's never been any trouble at these things. And you can see the reaction from the police, because that's what the Sinn Féin are demanding. They're demanding that level of protection from citizen journalists. And, it is quite high octane. It's quite high octane for a lot of yous. You got to have questions. Just at any moment, one of them could jump in a car, go, right, freedom, Dad, let's have it. Let's have the interview. Let's ask me what you want, So you need to know what questions they're asking you to be, and like Sir Lindsay going in there as well, and then being told to leave, so then they can talk about stuff that they don't want us to know about. It's all very strange and cloak and dagger, and Lindsay was quite frustrated. So on her behalf, that she's not normally a swear, but she was quite frustrated yesterday. Frustrated at the amount of police, the resources that went in, the attitude of some of the police officers, and the fact that she was asked to leave the community meeting, so they could discuss stuff that they didn't want us to know about. And there should be complete transparency in council meetings. These are the people that we select, well, the government have selected. They say we elected them, but truth is they've been selected, and they're behaving in a way that's very traitorous to both sides of the border, both Sinn Féin on this side and that side. And as you know, there's no difference between the two. And the division that they're creating in amongst our communities right now with the Irish signs, and there's stuff going on in certain areas in Glengormley and in Londonderry that we know is being driven by the NLA, and as I reported a couple of days ago, the pipe bombs that were getting left all around Belfast were the dissidents targeting right-wing activists in the Catholic areas, and lo and behold, Belfast Telegraph were caught up, and they're now reporting on that as well. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? No matter what way you look at it, at the end of the day, we can't get into these areas now, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of reporters that can't get into these areas, obviously because of the two-tier, the way it's, I'm not going to go into it, but very left-wing, very, very Catholic-sided, reporting. That's the way it is, and it's nothing against Catholics, it's just the way the media are. They're constantly targeting the Protestant Unionist Loyalist community, as you see every week. If not that any is by the papers, but they do attempt, and they do attempt to keep destroying and keep drawing division, and even creating division in our own communities. You know what I mean? So this is the kind of thing that we're dealing with. This is why we're here. We're not just here for content. There's no money being made from this. Free soup from Kendo, thank you so much, mate. You know what I mean? Absolutely amazing as always, And Kendo was one of the ones that the pastor blessed at the christening. So it's one of them things, guys. You've got to understand. For some people, you might think we're just harassing. We're not. We're wanting to ask questions because they're not getting. Nobody's asking. These politicians don't have to. They're not thinking to us at all. They're not replying to the public. They're specifying who they want around them to ask them questions, mostly in their own areas where they're comfortable. We have a voice. They're meant to be representing us, the Protestants, so we want to ask them questions, and this is the outcome. As you're going to see, this is the reaction of Sinn Féin, because Freedom Dad wanted to ask a couple of questions. Okay, guys, we're here at Mosley Mill at the demonstration against mass immigration, and just going to show you, got the Land Rover here with the camera on top, always watching us. How we doing? Yeah. So hi guys, this is where we're at with let's carry on. The security guards, they're the security guards. You got the APSNI, you know what I mean? They're here protecting Sinn Féin. They're here protecting Jerry Kelly, a man who allegedly shot a prison officer in the Maze Escape, is in that building being protected by the PSNI. You can't make this shit up. I swear to God, only in Northern Ireland would you have terrorists in government who are running our country and doing such a shambles of it, and creating division at the same time.
with everything that they're doing. It's unbelievable. It's so blatant. And if it wasn't for like Ron McDonald and Jamie Bryson and the rest, like we would be in trouble if we didn't have clever prods on our side. These guys in here would be running away with it. And the point is there's only so much these guys can do, but there's a lot the public can do, and this is what the public are doing here. They're right here letting Sinn Féin know that we know what's going on. We know what you're up to. We know you're bringing foreigners into this country to replace us because you don't care about the future of your own kids. We know Sinn Féin are totally hated on both sides of the border. We know your own community have turned against you because we're getting all the comments. We know there's such a small fraction of dissidents now, we haters, who just love hating prods and hating the union and hating the king and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? Not that I have any love for the king, like, you know what I mean? But we've probably got a lot more in common than they realise. But the point is, yes, this is where we're at. We're at a situation where Northern Ireland, where both Protestants and Catholics are waking up, and these characters in here, Sinn Féin, have not got a clue what to do. You can see them up there at that top window looking out. I guarantee, Jerry, I know you're watching this. I know you're watching this live. You know what I mean? Shame on you. You're not. No, there's no inclusive. No, you want peace and all that. This isn't how you get peace. Does this look like peace? People coming out in the cold night, and there's more and more to come. This is winter time. Where do you see the summertime comes? We are not going to sit back and stand back and be silent while you try to create division in our community when we're doing so much work to bring Protestants and Catholics together. This is the problem. You never ever wanted us to come together. The Sinn Féin, the dissidents, the INLA, and the rest. He's never wanted us to come together because he's a full of hatred. He's a full of hatred, And you keep going on about a United Ireland. It's not going to go. It's never going to happen. Why would any Catholic, apart from the hardline dissidents with the hatred in their heart, why would any Catholic want to be part of that in Southern Ireland? Wise up. People have wised up, so you need to wise up. But it's too late because you've already showed your colours. We know your stance with Hamas because they supplied you with weapons. The love affair you have with the men who supplied you with the AKs and the Semtex and the rest back in the 80s and the training camps that you were all sending your men to. So you just can't see past that. You can't see past that. You don't care that these men are going to come here and after 20, 30 years, once they're the majority, they're going to start slaughtering our own. You don't care if it's your great-grandchildren kneeling down beside a Protestant child being beheaded. You don't care as long as you get the Brits out. That's how bitter, and that's how it's coming across to everybody that's watching, from the mainland to the south. Everybody, because the Patriots in Northern Ireland, they're not loyalists. The Patriots in Northern Ireland are Protestants and Catholics. We're coming together, and that's why the NLA are dropping pipe bombs all over the place right now, trying to scare the Patriots, trying to scare them back into the hatred of Sinn Féin IRA that spread through our countries and what we've been fighting over, because it was never us. We were only defending our areas. We weren't attacking, we were defending. You were attacking us, you were attacking the mainland, you were bombing everywhere. You bombed me when I was a wee boy in South Belfast in the village because you would go up the Dun, so you'd shit yourselves and have to come back down the Donegal Road and couldn't take your bomb back into the falls, could you? So you dropped it in my area. And that's when I grew up as a wee boy, listening to them explosions going off, being terrified. And here we are today, you are still being terrorists to the country of Northern Ireland because you are full of hatred. And we are not standing for it. I can tell you that now. This will get bigger and bigger until you start listening. We do not want mass immigration. We do not want Islam. I don't care if it's Hamas. I don't care if it's children coming for hospital treatments. We have children here on waiting lists. We do not want foreigners coming in and taking the place of our children in our hospitals, or anybody else taking the place of our people in our hospitals. We have, 25, 2,500, 3,000 people on waiting lists. Probably a lot more than that. Okay? Probably a lot more than that. It's probably in the over 20,000 people waiting in life-saving operations right now. And we have our waiting rooms and our doctors full of people that are coming in this country asking for asylum. Majority Islam. And why? This is the question you won't answer. You won't answer any of the questions. You know what I mean? You won't ask. 55 Muslim countries around the world. Why Northern Ireland? 1.5 million people in this country. Look at the state of England. 3.5 Muslims and that. Well, we know it's double that over there, right? Look at Birmingham, look at Rotherham. That's going to be Ballymena. Look what you are doing in Newry, your sanctuary city. How do you think that's going to look for you in 20 years' time when these people are wanting mosques and we get extremists. You know, it's nothing. There's nothing difference. Islam's Islam, right? There's no extremism is extremism. There's no difference in Ireland, Southern Ireland, or the mainland of the Muslim extremists than will be coming here. So why would you, after what you see, the horrific crimes going on in England and the horrific crimes going on in your Emerald Isle, the place where you fight, your freedom fighters, fight and die for that place, wouldn't you? Look the it. It's being destroyed from within. Look at the crimes. What's no risk, no reward? Media. Every day there's something going on. The citizen journalists are bringing it to the people. No longer can you hide it. We know what's coming. We know what's already here. You know, somebody told me the day. Now I haven't. This is for entertainment, but somebody informed me the day, and I will look into it, that there is more foreigners of the age between, I think it's about 19 to 25, than there is Irish. Now I find that hard to believe, so I'm going to look into it. Maybe I picked it up wrong. It's who was it? Patrioticus. Patrioticus. If you're on the chat, mate, it was I came from yourself. So, like I say, I haven't stopped. Had a great time yesterday. Can we get in the light? Get the light here. You stand there, really. Yeah. So had a great night, good day yesterday, guys. Had to keep it pretty quiet because obviously with the papers and the threat from dissidents, I didn't want to put out where the do was and all that. So it was a very close knit family thing, but yeah, it was really good. It was amazing to be blessed. It was amazing as a patriot to be blessed by a pastor who recognised the work that we're doing in this country. That blew me away. I didn't see it coming, and the hate that I get for being called far right and racist, and like 12 front pages in 6 months, right? Like it is a lot. It is a lot of negativity. Only for friends and family that keeps me going. I'm my 1 year old daughter, right? That's what drives freedom, Dad. But to have a pastor call us all out at church and call us up to the front and bless us all is, I mean, I can't explain to you what that felt like, to be recognised for what we're doing and the pressure we're under, and to have God be blessed by God. So we go forward even stronger now. We're going into third gear in December, and by the summer we'll be in fourth gear, 107%. Nothing's changed. We're still, everything's going to do and all that. But I just want to say thank you to the guys, Newton Abbey, the concerned parents who invited Freedom Dad down here. Like the last time, the money answer Freedom Dad's questions. So if we look around here, just turn the camera around, guys. If you want to turn, if you want to be on camera. So Sinn Féin are going to be coming out that door there and going along that way. So before they came out here and they walked right in these, and the cameras were there. So, you know, these are the politicians, right, that have been voted, apparently, well, they've been selected. Let's not mess about here. These guys haven't been elected. These guys have been selected. Okay, this is the empathy of the British government. Same thing in Northern Ireland with Sinn Féin. This is why we're in the situation we're in. You know, and there's no risk, right? There's no violence. We've never had any violence at any of our demos or any of these guys' demos or any concerned parents' demos, whether it's a Shore Road, whether it's Bangor, whether it's Clockfern, whether it's Chimney Corner, whether it's a Shankill, or whether it's here. No violence ever. So why do we need this? They need this because they're too embarrassed to face Freedom Dad. They're too embarrassed to answer the questions that Freedom Dad has. You know, guys are a lot cleverer than me. These guys have went to college. Well, you know, the college are long cash, some of them. But you know, I imagine some of them have got a better education than Freedom Dad has. You know, Freedom Dad didn't get much education apart from in prison. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm not like, I haven't went to college to do this. I haven't went to Queen's University to be a journalist. You know what I mean? I'm just a guy from the streets of South Belfast who suffered the bombs that these guys laid back in the day. To see the Michelle O'Neill's and her family and all that, all that. You know, everybody, they're all connected. They're all related, and they're all ball deep. And they've got blood on their hands. There's no two ways about it. And you know, we have political parties like the TUV that won't entertain anybody that's been in prison. Like we've got some really good ex-loyalist prisoners who could speak for our community quite clearly, but they're not allowed to. So they're not. I've got it. I've got it. I'll show you. Yeah. So settle down now. Okay, I'll get you. Wait, I need to buy me a Red Bull. I need to get a buy me a Red Bull. That's twice Caitlin stopped her, and God love her. You know, she's been, you know, what I mean, partying all night. You know, what I mean, you know these young ones, man. You know, and Lindsay.
You're not even using that fucking stand up, girl.
You want to stand?
I'll stand up. Are you over here? Is everybody listening?
Ah.
Are you hanging together today? Or
Still live.
This is party.
Right. Okay.
I don't like her fuck herself. It's party on my feet. I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I'll speak to them. What's that? So yeah, all good. Yeah, just make sure we don't turn it off and we put it in. That's it. Yeah. Right, that's it. Oh. Yes, mate, please. I just stick a wee bit in it, man. Stick a wee bit. I'm live as well.
No worries, chum. All right, everybody.
That's Kendall. Yeah, that's Kendall, boys and girls who you've seen on my live not so long ago getting interviewed. Didn't go well, but we'll get that sorted. That's plenty, mate. Thank you so much. I'll keep that hit on the screen. All right, perfect. Yes, so Kendall, he's the man who made the soup. Absolutely dynamite. I mean dynamite. So that's what you need, Caitlin, for a hangover, eh? But yeah, yeah, guys, what a night. I'm gonna get Lindsay in a wee minute. Oh, hold on, I don't need to speak. So many's in. Hit the like button, guys. Come on in, Lindsay. So yeah,
Are you on the soup?
yeah.
Oh, hello. I'm looked after. Are we here in the brilliant?
I know. So no, just good night last night.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was really, really good. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm so grateful.
And I was telling them guys that I don't know if I was talking about us getting blessed.
Yeah.
Oh, you got blessed as well, didn't you?
I did indeed. And here, just to let you know, I'm happy for all the lads to stand up there together. In fact, I was sitting just minding one of the wee ones there while you were all up. And, you know, and maybe Caitlin would agree with me here or not, I don't know. But it's great to see all the men standing together like that. That makes us women feel good. That we've got strong, masculine men.
I know, but it didn't make me feel good because I feel you're our loudest voice.
No, but I don't care about shit like that. I'd go and hide away for the rest of my life if I could.
I feel like that sometimes.
I don't need this social media shite, trust me.
I keep saying, Michelle, will we go and do a Thailand documentary?
I want to do something different, something a bit more exciting. But, you know, so no, honestly, see, and I want to say this to all the men, we need strong, masculine men. Women want strong, masculine men. See these wee weak men that are coming up nowadays? Yep. I seen something I was watching in England, and one of the stewardess was a wee man, and honestly, this is the way he stood. Like, who the fuck's that going to protect? Right? Come on, the fuck. We need strong, masculine men. So you've made me dead proud last night, is what I'm saying.
No, I just want to say thank you for coming and the baby's christening and the wee after hang and all that. But it was a really good night, wasn't it? Like a really good and peaceful, no trouble. And we had to keep it a bit quiet, you know what I mean? We didn't want to say too much, and we couldn't just invite everybody that we would want because we've got a tight circle, like, you know what I mean? There was a couple of people that I did forget about. But it's one of them things when you're dealing with like us.
I know.
It's security's a big thing. The papers photographing everybody coming and going. There was a few different families there, and it's difficult being freedom dad and Lindsay, isn't it?
It really is.
It's not normal behaviour. You can't just have a normal life. Have you started checking on your car yet?
No, but I tell you, this is the time the stuff goes through your head. Yep. I'll tell you this for a lot. Well, I don't know if I should say stuff like this, but my nanny and her husband bought me this strimmer for Christmas, and it comes with a wee metal thing underneath it. I fucking want them. I have one of these wee metal things under my sofa. I don't even know if I can say something like this on the fucking thing, but that's me having to think about my fucking safety. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? That's where the fuck did the world come that I've had to think about my safety like this? Do you know? and make sure
Well-
I'm safe in the house. Always checking
well,
the doors, make sure they're all locked.
We've
Something else.
still got the metal doors at the bottom of our stairs, don't we? From back in the trouble.
From behind, remember the 12th
Well, we still got them locked.
I remember being in quite a few parties and quite a few houses with those metal doors on them. I never had them. But no, it is. Look, honestly, I just didn't even think that this is where our lives was going to be. Like, I was enjoying a life, but there's just something in your heart that tells you.
Well,
you have to
listen,
do
Lindsay,
this.
listen. This proves everything. What's going on today with the cops and everything, and the protection of Sinn Fein, the security guards. This proved to us that they know what they're doing is wrong, and they do not want to face us.
Yeah.
They do not want to face citizen journalists or any future politicians or anybody, even those people that live here. You know what I mean? Because I'm a South Belfast man, brought up in East Belfast. You know what I mean? So this isn't my neck of the woods. I'm here as an invite from you guys. You know what I mean? Which I'm totally grateful for. You know what I mean? Because I can't think of anything better to be doing on a really cold day.
Well, at least you're glad. And that's the thing, Bon, and I think that's what's so good about what we're all pulling together here. And yesterday, just us all being together, just really showed that we have so much in common. We can socialize together. We've got each other's backs, and each of us has different types of strengths. You're doing the citizen journalist. I'm into the mindset stuff and talking about the ideology side of stuff. That's where my strength comes in. Other people are good at organizing stuff, making soup, whatever they may be.
As
You're
you're saying that, right? So I just want to mention this as well, right? So it is going to get bigger and bigger. I know this, right? I know where this is going. I know what the future holds for us, right? And for anybody that's coming into the patriot world, there's no leaders. This is one thing you got to remember. So you don't need to worry about coming in this network and think, oh, you're going to be told what to do or anything. You can come in here and have an opinion, and everybody has an opinion. This is what patriots are about. There's no chiefs, right? We're all Indians, and we're all ready. We're all ready with our bows and arrows. You know what I mean? We truly are. But there's nobody in control. But we has a unit. Has each community unit? They decide amongst themselves. There's no commanders. This isn't the paramilitaries. This is nothing like that. You know what I mean? This is a community. All I can say, it's a community. And I know it's patriots, and that puts a lot of people off because of the far right racist thing, but it's nothing like that. That's the papers. That's what these people want you to believe. That's what the PSNI want you to believe. This is what they've done in England for the last 20 years. This is how they were able to do what they did. Not right, Lindsay?
Yeah, and I think that's our problem with a lot of areas at the minute, is that we've lost that sense of community. I talk all the time about growing up in an estate, and the neighbours would have flipping, if you'd have done anything bad, the neighbours would have went up and says, "Your Lindsay's down here doing this," and getting back in, and I was sort of sheltered myself there for about 10 years, maybe not really in a community apart from, I suppose, athletics. But it honestly fills me full of pride and warmth to be back into part of a really good community where, like you say, we may not agree on everything, but we're here to support each other.
Well, the thing is,
and it's
there's lots of different political views. You got DUP, not that many, but you got the TUV, and we got Advance UK, maybe thinking about putting candidates. So there's a mixture. But this is the whole point of this, is being a community, talking about what's best for our future, because I don't know if Advance UK, it might be the answer. I just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if the TUV is the answer, or if they all came together as one. Wouldn't that be amazing? That would definitely work.
I mean, I don't know the answer to all of this either, but what I do know, that this is for Protestants and Catholics in Northern Ireland, and this is for the future of all of us.
Yeah, well, that's the message to the politicians. It needs to be inclusive to Catholics, because they're ready. They're ready. They're sick of what they're seeing. They see us as Christians now. They see what we've watched now: Al Qaeda, ISIS, Boko Haram, what they're doing in Africa, Congo, Nigeria. We've watched what they've done in Syria to the Druze, not the Jews, the Druze. We've seen. I know it's mental. We've even seen what they do, because they do it to their own. You know what I mean? There's you got Sunni, Wahhabi, you got Shia, and it's just a brutal religion. It's definitely not the religion of peace. But the thing is, guys, everybody can see it now. Everybody's seen what happened. We see what's coming. We see what's happening in England. We see what's happening in Ireland. But we also see how quickly things can go horrifically wrong for us.
Yeah, definitely. And you said something there about the different types of Muslims. And let's face it, we got to look at facts here, and we got to look at the past here in this country, right? Which Starmer keeps saying, because we were involved in the Good Friday Agreement, we can fix the fucking rest of the world. What nonsense. Yeah. But anyway, we have all Christians, but yet we had that Catholic, we had that Protestant side. Within the Catholic side, there was fighting going on. Within the
course.
Protestant side, there was
Of
fighting
course.
going on, right?
But,
So
yeah.
we understand that.
Yeah.
It's happened. It's fact. We know that when people get in these big things, that happens.
Yeah.
So tell me what the fuck the councillors, the politicians think they're doing by not only just bringing in the ideology of Islam, but actually bringing in those groups that fight amongst each
Yeah,
other
yeah,
as well. Like,
Yeah.
is this fucking stupid?
I know,
Excuse
I
my
know.
language, but
But-
it's ridiculously
So,
fucking daft.
so back in the day, this is the thing. Back in the day, like in Belfast, like you couldn't just bring a Catholic into a loyalist area. You know, back in the day, you just wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Today it's different, and this is what people got to realize. See, because we've been at peace for so long, slowly people are interacting at work and different things, and like the power multis have all laid down their arms, so we're at peace. So there's no reason to hate your neighbour, because you're not fighting your neighbour
Yeah.
anymore. We both agree we're at peace. We're at peace.
Yeah.
So we have a situation in Northern Ireland where we've got Catholics and Protestants coming together, and like, please believe me, they do not have anybody to vote for, because they're just like me and Lindsay and all the boys that are here. They're mothers and fathers, grannies and granddads and aunties and uncles, like I say, just like us. That's foremost.
Yep.
Then they're Catholics. We're
Yep.
Protestant, but then they go, but we're not fighting. And they all know now why we were fighting, why we were divided. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, everybody's wising up to that. So
Yeah.
we're now understanding we shouldn't have been fucking fighting in the first place.
Yeah.
That's no two ways about that. And now we've got a situation where we facing Islam, we're facing what we're seeing, and the people who are meant to be protecting the Catholics are encouraging Hamas to come over.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know, I just posted a video the other day about this, and I was saying the only place that the Catholic Protestant divide is happening is in rooms like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in 1998, I was 17.
Yes.
And I started working in a solicitor's office in Belfast, and I done that for most of my life till a few years ago.
Yeah.
And from that 1998, I'm telling you now, I was working in solicitor's offices that were owned by Catholics. I had secretaries who were friends. There wasn't any of those 25 years I was working, did I ever work in an office that there wasn't a mixed religion. I still have friends. If we look back, most people are either married into some sort of cross community, they come from some sort of cross community, they live in mixed areas. We are healing from this.
Yeah.
We're doing a brilliant job of it.
Yeah.
And them in those type of rooms up there, they just think, oh no, this is too good. Now, do you know what? We'll just bring in an even more, a dangerous ideology just to wreck all this.
Yeah.
Is that what they want? Like?
Yeah, no, but this is the point. You're right, Lindsay, right? But this is the point what we're trying to make here by saying what we've just said, that we need political parties that represent everybody, because the only way we can stop the madness that they're trying to bring to Northern Ireland is by Protestants and Catholics voting together. Now, I don't know what the answer is, you know what I mean? I know that like TUV and DUP are getting a lot of love from the Catholic community. You're getting a lot of love.
Yep.
I'm getting a lot of love. So you need to pay attention. Somebody needs to pay attention to this, you know what I mean? Because it's only the people on social media are understanding what's going on, because we're the one getting thousands of messages and emails on all our platforms from I'm a woman from the Falls.
Yep.
I'm a guy from Divis. I'm ex-RRA from Armagh. An Armagh from an RRA man from, totally disgusted. Like four hunger striker families have turned their back on Sinn Fein and are suing them if they mention any of the hunger strikers. These are men who died for the cause. The same cause that these so-called traitors are, but these families of the hunger strikers, they're real Republicans. They know that they are destroying Ireland. They know that. They understand that, just like we understand it. Now, yes, they probably want to unite in Ireland, and like I say, we need to sort this out. If we want to go back to fighting about that in years to come, I'm quite sure our children will accommodate that, both sides, right? But right now, this is a lot bigger than the Union in Ireland. This is a lot bigger than anything we've ever known. And this is the one thing will destroy the both of us. Our murals will be gone. That Bobby Sands statue that everybody's moaning about, and the ready for war, ready for peace, prepare for war, all them murals will be gone 20, 30 years time, because it will offend Islam. Anything to do with Christianity will offend Islam. Just like they brought all the things down, all the statues down in England and Bristol, and anything to do with anything that was right wing, all get dragged down. It happens everywhere. Everywhere Islam go, they destroy anything from the past. So it's replaced. This is what replacement is. It's replacing everything we know. It's not just about society. It's not just about the demographic. It's about our murals. It's about statues. It's about pictures. They'll all get destroyed. and then it will be replaced by Islam, and that's fact. And we've got the receipts, you know.
Yeah.
And these guys are trying to hide all that from you, not right, man?
Oh, it is definitely. And the only thing I can think is that other one Sinn Féin have that much hatred in their own selves.
Yeah, they hate us. They hate
just
us.
need to get it, but their hatred is going to destroy their own people.
Yeah, I know.
You know, they think, oh, do you know what? We'll bring all these foreigners in. We'll bring all this Islam in, and they'll vote with us because you know we helped each other back in the day.
Yeah,
blah blah. All this kind of carry on.
Yeah.
But Islam will take their country off them
Of
if that
course.
works.
Yeah.
Right?
Once is enough for them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And they say, I get sick of this listening to people writing online. You need to learn your history. You need to learn history. No, you need to learn your history.
Yeah.
Look back at Islam.
Look at the Quran.
at it.
I put a post up on Facebook today. Was it the day or yesterday? The one with all the verses. If you just go into my home feed on freedom.fd on Facebook and just scroll to home, it's not that far back. And there's a list of verses out of the Quran. Read them. That's how much trouble we're in. It's there in black and white. We're not making it up. Yeah, we have verses in the Bible where stone gays. I know that's in there somewhere. I've never heard any Christians stoning gays, even my granny and granddad's time. You know what I mean?
Not in it anyway.
It's not in, but something like that, is it?
Something like
Something
that.
similar.
No.
What?
Well,
No?
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Right.
I shall repay. We don't do that.
Right. I thought it was. I stand
I've heard
corrected.
something like that before, but
Yeah, I have.
maybe you know
Yeah.
that you hear these
But the
things.
thing is, there is things an eye for an eye. That's in there, isn't it? An eye for an eye.
I would have said an eye for an eye, but I tell you the truth.
Is that- that's
Love
him,
your
that's him.
enemy. Pray
What's
for
that?
those that persecute you.
Who is it?
I don't know. Thank you.
So that you may be
Give us
perfect
a-
like your Father in heaven.
How time am I going to get that?
No, it's 3 months.
Come on, follow me. Right, boys. Right, bro. How we doing? You hold that there. It's over here, just at the door. Right at that door there. Yeah. Well, good guys. 2 seconds, keep on the door. You want to come up with me? You want to come up with me?
Where are you going?
I'm just right at the door, so we can get behind the door. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't think of it. No, I wouldn't think that. I don't think I am an operator.
Come on, kid. They're being fly bastards. Oh, yes. What's this other crossing? You want to bring it down a little bit? So yeah, the Sinn Féin came out the back door, so I'm just going to go for a wee walk. Just to give you an idea of how the PSNI are protecting the IRA right now.
I knew they were going to do
We
that.
should have that big light with us, man.
And I knew they were going to do that.
Oh. What's that? So I just set it there. The microphone will catch everything anyway. Hey, big man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That was like body language. You didn't even say it. You didn't even say anything. That was enough, wasn't it? That's far enough, mister. You know. All recording tonight, boys.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. She'd let me know, but next time I walk up to you, mate. Just to keep it all right. That's all right. I've got a magnet battery here.
Let's see who is coming out, guys. Let's see who is coming out. See if you can get a wee nosy out of this thing.
What's that? Oh no, it's okay. We should have brought our lights with us. No, let him go. You gonna talk to me tonight? You wanna talk to Freedom Dad tonight or what? You gonna hide? Look at the many police officers. Look at the money these are costing. Look how money this is costing because you won't talk. Because you are scared to talk to citizen journalists. Shame on you all. Shame on you all. All we want to do is ask these questions. They're not hard questions. Fuck's sake, man. We're working class. We haven't even been to university.
Liars! Liars!
PSNI protecting Sinn Féin IRA. Jerry Kelly in there.
Carrying as well.
Aye. But aye, that they're not allowed to carry when they're going into the Sinn Féin offices and all that. They want our policemen into this arm. That'll be right.
That's that girl over there, Freedom Dad, that, you know, the one that walked past you and we didn't talk to you, the little one black
Yeah. I'm not.
Glasses.
Aye. Oh, she is. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They weren't even flipping.
Well, we're crossing for the crossing.
So this is Sinn Féin. Let's just get this.
Pay their money.
You got nothing to say? No. Yeah, you're dead brave, aren't you? Yeah, you're the bravest man in Northern Ireland. It's a zebra crossing, mate. The police are here to keep everybody safe. Nobody's doing anything illegal. You got nothing to say? Again? Nothing to say again. Bringing Islam into Northern Ireland. You think we're stupid? Yeah. So much for being an IRA freedom fighter. Where's Jerry Kelly? Yeah. Look at the amount of money you're costing. Look at the amount of money you're costing this country. Because you're too ashamed to answer questions. You're ashamed. You're a father like me. You should know better. Shame on you. Shame on you. You can laugh. You can laugh. Hey.
I give you a direction. I give you a direction. He hit me with the bar. Finish registration. Can you stay off the roof?
Shame on you. Shame on you. You think it's funny, eh?
You're not on video as well.
I'm just crossing the crossing it. I'm not. Why would I get hurt? Well, if he hits me, then he's in trouble, isn't he? Then you're going to arrest him if he hits me. Shame on you all. Look at the money you're costing this country because you won't answer questions. All we want to do is ask you questions. There's never been a violent protest in this country from these guys. Look at the amount of money. Look at this, guys. Get all them cops. Shameful. Absolutely shameful.
They won't even let us ask
When did you ever think you see the day that our police officers would be protecting these type of people? This is what they're getting paid to protect Sinn Féin. A woman, I'm not gonna. No.
see these police officers here and Sinn Féin's in pockets.
The times are changing. The people are awakening. Islam is not coming to Northern Ireland. We are not going to have grooming gangs. And we are not going to be silenced. We are not going to let Sinn Féin get the Brits out by the foreigners coming in. Northern Ireland has awakened to this. Yeah, we got Jerry Kelly in there. Charged for killing a prison officer and the maid's escape. And then got the charges dropped that he was in for and brought over and then got found not guilty for the murder of the prison officer. That's the type of man that these police officers are protecting. IRA men with blood on their hands. Are you proud of our police officers, Britain? Everybody watching this on YouTube right now? This is the PSNI protecting the IRA. There's no two ways about it. This isn't fake news. This isn't misinformation. This is real life in Northern Ireland today. That's who's in charge of our country, Sinn Féin IRA. Take my mic.
So when we got there,
Details. So what's going on?
Yeah, so why are you picking on this guy?
I don't need to talk to you about this and talk to this man about it.
Okay,
He's not,
okay.
I'm not going to discuss his business with you. So.
Okay, well, carry on then. Carry on, do your job.
I'm happy for you to discuss my
Yeah, and I'm a citizen journalist. I'm reporting on this incident.
So, would you
Sergeant.
like me to provide me with your details?
I will provide you with my details, yes, once I receive that officer's
Can I get your name?
details.
Okay, so that man over there is
The megaphone, it's not a bomb or a
that
gun,
man
mate.
over
Come
there
here,
is
get your arm off me, man. You don't need to
Sorry,
touch me.
Tate.
Chief
Fucking hell.
Inspector Tate of
I'm a citizen
Anthony.
journalist with a microphone.
Right.
Okay,
Yep.
so you
Yep.
got that.
I know.
Yep, I'll give you my
Okay.
details now.
Okay.
Yep. If I might be entertained.
Like I explained to you, you obstruct an officer in his duties. If you provide me with your details, I don't have a necessity to arrest you. But
Right.
if you do give me your details, I then do not have a necessity to arrest you. If you don't give me your details, I do have a necessity to arrest you. Do you understand that?
He wants your information, you know. That's all he wants.
So it's entirely up to you.
He's got your information. They know who you are.
Yeah, oh,
So
I,
I
yeah,
don't-
no,
I
I'm
don't-
not hiding the information,
So
but
would you like to provide me your name and address?
I will, yes.
Wait, let me get away from you. Guys, everybody filming here tonight. Can you all get it together for later on? Because there has been an assault on my camera girl by one of these officers, and I need to see if anybody's caught it. Thank you.
What's happened, Freedom?
One of that officer there knocked the
camera.
camera into her face. This officer here grabbed me by the arm when there was no need to. So yeah, if they're going to do this, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
No, we're not having that. We'll not have
What's that?
hands being laid
motor
on
too.
you. When you're doing nothing
What-
wrong, you're standing there with
Yeah.
the camera, you're allowed-
Sinn Féiners, that's
Right.
all.
Was that on camera? Right, okay.
So there was enough people before.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my thing with time.
Right, cheers, mate. If anything you get, because we're going full course with these guys now. Yeah. 5-4.
5C452.
5C452. Caitlin, that's who hit you. Yeah, big hitting our women, aren't you, mate? Get his face right in camera here. Let his wife and his kids know that he hits women.
Did you know you walked into this young lady and the camera has been on for a bit?
Is there any more coming out? Is there one more to come out? Right? Is there one more to come out? Yeah, we still coming out. You alright?
Hi, I am just checking Twitter now. I just realised that was she alright?
Yeah, I just got knocked in the face. Just knocked in the face. Yeah.
What's his name?
I got just to get it back here. Just back up. How much money is being spent tonight, you know? Roughly, how much money do you think is spent in the night protecting these guys? It's not something I'm in control of. No, how many officers have you got here tonight? You know how many you've got? You know how many you have?
I'm not going to interview with you.
I'm not interviewing you, I'm just asking you a question. You got even three Land Rovers down there. You got that Land Rover there. You got an unmarked car there, an unmarked car there, and God knows what else. That's mental.
And we still have
And-
public safety issues.
And what was the public safety issues? There's never any trouble with any of these guys. Chimney Corner, Clockern, Bangor, there's never any trouble. There's never any violence. We just want to ask questions. Is asking questions a crime now? Is that scurry?
I'm not saying that.
Oh, come on, but it's getting silly, isn't it? You okay, mate?
Oh, I.
Yeah.
Oh, I.
Yeah, good man.
But I've only two complaints in against him.
Yeah.
For that one, when I got hit by a car in June at the first protest after Ballymena.
Yeah.
Car run into me, broke 3 bones in my back.
Yeah.
Police done nothing about it. They submitted the file about 4 days ago to PPS after 4 months, 5 months of me having to ring and chase it up. For that, I waited 7 months on another case, which they still haven't closed. Case before that, where an MP from East Antrim, Sammy Wilson, hit my car in a Go petrol station in Carrickfergus, was brushed under the carpet. Sammy Wilson was never interviewed. Police ombudsman shut the case down.
Right.
That's what the police service is all about. They're not interested.
Yeah. So I'm going to get Sergeant. Can I just get your number there, mate? 50598. That's for the boys. They'll attack that down. And people online will keep a note of that for me. Also, will you keep your body cam? And all the officers that were around here, can you will save the body cam stuff, because we're going to request it just to find out what officer assaulted my camera girl. That's all. Right. And the officer grabbed me by the arm just to put a complaint in.
Do you know how to contact these ombudsman?
Yes, of course we'll do that. Come on, I'm a citizen journalist, man. I know CJ. You know what I mean? CJ's a man for all that. Like, look, see. But yeah, so he's all got that, guys. Got the sergeant's number. I've spoke to the inspector. They won't tell me how many police are here. It's ridiculous. It's fucking mental, like, you know what I mean? And like I say, there's never been any trouble at any of the demos, never any violence. A couple of roads have been blocked off here and there, you know what I mean? But these guys and me and all the other citizen journalists, Nicky, we're not going to be attacking Sinn Féiners or banging cars or doing anything ridiculous like that. We just want to ask questions. And this is the power of citizen journalists. Can you see? This is the power, because they can't answer the questions. It's not about, you don't need to be clever. This is the thing about it. It's simple questions of what we know, the facts of what's going on all around us, and we want to understand why they're behaving the way they are towards Palestine, towards Hamas, and why they're wanting foreigners quite happily to come in here. Islam especially, you know what I mean? As we're not anti-immigration, but we're definitely going down that road now of anti-extremism of Islam, because they're not a religion of peace. 25,000 terrorist attacks in 1 year, you know, and they're telling us that they're religion of peace. Boko Haram, ISIS, Al Qaeda, and as you know, Hamas and the rest, you know what I mean? So yeah, they're taking over. They're coming over. They're here to replace us. We've got more people dying than we have getting born. That's bad, you know. They say they're here to do the jobs we want to do. The reason we don't want to do the jobs is because they won't pay us enough money. So they bring in cheaper labour. And they also say they're here to be doctors, nurses and engineers. Where's our doctors and nurses and engineers? I'll tell you where they are. They're in Dubai, Australia, Canada, America, getting paid the right money. So what's our government's answer? Bring in the foreigners. They'll do it cheaper. No, not in Northern Ireland. It's not happening. It's not happening. And that's the word in the street. The word on the street is we are not having Islam coming in and replacing us just because we're not allowed to have children. Well, we are having 1.5 children, or there are 3, 4. You work that out over 40 years, that's replacement. There's no two ways about it. When you've got more people dying and people getting born, that's replacement, okay? It's as simple as that. There is solutions. There is solutions. Let us have children. Take away the 2 cap. Stop them voting when they come in. Don't allow them to vote for at least 10 years. And do not give passports and citizenship out like confetti, okay? And let me tell you now, anybody that's come into our countries that think they're legal because they've got brought in by a traitorous government, that will change. Anybody that's come into this country in the last 15, 20 years, you've got in here by a traitorous government who's failing everybody. Turn the camera around. No, Joey never came out unless he was in the back. Unless he was in the back. I think
Who's that?
Jerry Kelly. hasn't-
Jerry Kelly, he's out.
Is he out?
He's
No, was
out.
he
He was
in the back? Was he?
in passenger seat.
Oh, I was in the driver's seat. Fuck's sake. Was he in? Who was he in with?
Some woman.
Ah.
said to me too, no, leave that woman.